Hello everyone, this is Imran Fahad. Welcome to another episode of Innovation Talks. Today we have with us Mr. Misha Ali, the founder and CEO of CookUps.
Hi, I'm actually the founder, but Namira, my wife, is the CEO.
Okay. Fine.
Just wanted to make that clear.
So he is the founder of CookUps, one of the most finest startups in Bangladesh right now. And today we want to thank you to come in our lab, the NXT Robotics Frontiers project, where we are developing 8 projects into the next big enterprise. So what's your view on the IoT and robotics revolution in near future?
Well, from my childhood, I used to read a lot of science fiction, and I guess that's how we all get into these interests of ours. So one of the things that I always thought was interesting was robotics. And when we look at humanity and our evolution, there will be a day very in the near future, maybe even in our lives, where people won't have to work in manual jobs anymore, especially in developed countries and even in our country. Right. Robots will do most of the work for us. So I think we need to immediately, or even in a country like Bangladesh, we should start looking at these things, because we don't want to fall behind the rest of the world. Just because we have a high labor force does not mean that we're going to escape what is going to come in terms of technological revolution that's coming. Basically.
Exactly. And the main idea of our project is to turn idea into entrepreneurship. And like the 4th year students, those who are doing their projects or thesis, we are onboarding them in our lab to turn their idea into entrepreneurship. So it's really important to have the brilliant idea, and it should be an existing problem, right?
Yes,
so like
of course.
If there is no any existing problem, the project won't sustainable, right? So what will be your suggestions regarding finding an existing problem to come up with a solution?
Well, I think one of the biggest success factors for any startup, I think, is to solve a problem that affects one personally. If you experience the problem, then you buy into it, and then you can truly understand it. Right. So in other words, for me even, I've started several companies before, and they did bad, some of them, they did okay, some of them. But with CookUps, the thing was that I love to cook. There was a problem that I was not able to share my food with enough of my friends because it was not economically possible, it was not physically possible. So I solved the problem that was near to me. And I think that's the biggest advice I can give any new startup entrepreneur, that try to find a problem that affects you, that you can really be passionate about.
All right. And one thing, one secret I need to ask to Mr. Misha is what is the QE, the main USP for CookUps, that drives you to come up with this kind of initiative? And recently you guys got government funds.
Yeah.
And so I need to know more about the
Sure.
USPs.
I think one of the things that we bring, first of all, we have a country where most married women are used to staying at home. They take care of the children, they cook for the family, they clean. And so there's a huge, I think, let's say, potential earning or labor force that is underutilized or not utilized at all. So basically what we're giving is an option for those women to earn an additional income from their own homes. Exactly. So it benefits their family, it benefits themselves and their own self-confidence, and that's, I think, one of the biggest USPs. From the diner side, of course, I think what we bring is the existing options for us. Food is one of the things that Bangladeshis love the most, but it's also one of the most risky things in our environment for us right now. We don't know what we eat. We hear about adulterated food all the time. We experience it. We don't even know. So I think from a diner's perspective, the consumer perspective, there's an increasing awareness, and that's where CookUps comes in. And we say we'll give you safe, quality food that you can trust.
Awesome. And one thing I really want to appreciate about CookUps, at the same time they are empowering women, right?
Yes.
And they are creating an impact towards the society. And one major things I need to appreciate about our government, they are trying to help our startups community every day to their initiative, their funding opportunities to different kinds of affiliations. So it's your duty to connect with them and get the maximum out of it, right? So yeah.
If I can say a little bit about that. So I would say that, in Bangladesh, often maybe we feel that the government is not doing a lot for us. But I would say that in the digital sphere, especially in ICT, there's no government in the world that has supported their own startup community, or very few governments in the world. And I think we're all very thankful for that, and it builds a strong sense of community even amongst the startup founders.
Absolutely.
That, you know, when you have the government supporting your initiatives, you go somewhere, you see the same people with the same struggles, and you feel like you're not alone, and that's really important to one's success. And
yeah, and when one more thing I need to share, the idea about our ICT division and the largest accelerator of Bangladesh is Startup Bangladesh.
Yes.
Right? They have coming up with different supporting elements, right? Different funds, incubation and accelerations process. And our main goal, the main goal of this project of Innovations Hub Bangladesh, the Next Robotics Frontier, is to create ecosystem, innovation ecosystem, and give these projects to the pipeline of Startup Bangladesh or the government. So thank you, Misha bhai.
thank you
for
very
being,
much.
being with
Thank you
us.
for this.